Miss Danishia Walton, if you want to appear on Zoom, you're going to need to have your video on and you need to unmute. All right, yeah. I don't know what you're doing with your piercing in your tongue, but we don't need to see that. Want to see it.
Oh, my bad. I'm at work. My bad.
All right, we don't do my bads here. We just don't do it. So if you want to continue to appear by Zoom, you need to appear appropriately dressed, and nobody wants to see you fiddling with your tongue piercing. All right, you're going to be back on June 2nd. And June 2nd, you can appear by Zoom, but if the court finds that you are not behaving appropriately, Zoom, that will be suspended. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Danishia Walton. All right, let me see. And then when it gets to be like 60, oh my gosh, it's too cold. All right, so Miss, you need to be out of that bed and you're not dressed appropriately for Zoom.
The hearing begins with Miss Walton appearing on Zoom, but things immediately go wrong. The judge notices her fiddling with her tongue piercing, lying in bed, and not properly dressed for court. He makes it clear, this is not how you show up to a legal proceeding. Viewers, what do you think? Should courts be stricter about Zoom etiquette, or is this just an unnecessary distraction from the real case?
All right, you need to put on a jacket or something, Miss.
We'll get that.
All right, Miss, you need to put on a jacket or something.
Oh, okay. You want me to call her and tell her?
Yes.
I'll text her.
All right, thank you. And I just sent her a chat.
Okay.
So if you just step to the side and I'll call you right back.
I've got two others up there right now.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Right. So today is the plea deadline date.
Yes,
And is this going to be an agreement or jury trial?
there's going to be an agreement, ma'am.
All right, so if you all will get the paperwork ready.
I have several courts to be in today. Could we do this on another day? I've got,
I mean, we're here, she's here.
Okay, and we can do it via, I believe she's in Chicago, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. At least.
The judge gives Walton another chance, asking her to step aside and change her clothing. This is already a warning sign. Before the case even starts, the focus is on her respect for the courtroom. It feels like the judge is testing her level of seriousness. And honestly, isn't that fair? If you can't respect the process, how will you respect the outcome?
So I'm not,
All right,
that's
so,
fine. I can text you when the paperwork's ready.
okay.
all right, so I'm going to put you in the waiting room and they'll get the paperwork sent to you. Ms. Ferguson will need your email and her email. All right, thank you. And thank you for changing clothing. I appreciate that. Hello, Mr. Bellevue.
Yes, Judge, we went through the paperwork earlier, so she's all set.
No, she needs to be sworn in.
Okay,
And if you go in that breakout room, the clerk will let you know if they have all the paperwork or if there's some issue.
okay.
Please do not leave the room until someone requests you leave the room.
I know I'm trying to get back and join that room, but I don't know how to get
Gave
back
you
in.
another room so it could pop up on your screen. And it's now room number 2. Court is calling 2024 CR 009527 State versus Danishia Walton. Could I have parties announced?
Hunter Morris for the state.
Michael Belleville for Miss Walton.
And are you Miss Walton? You need to unmute.
Yes.
All right, Miss Walton, you have a right to appear in
It's
person.
unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you able to hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, Miss Walton, you have a right to appear in person.
Now the case formally begins. State of Texas versus Danishia Walton. The charges? Serious. She's accused of intentionally causing bodily injury to someone vulnerable, a child, elderly, or disabled person in a state facility. That's a second degree felony carrying up to 20 years in prison. But here's the twist. The plea deal on the table is much lighter. Deferred adjudication, a fine, community service, and anger management. Do you think plea deals in cases like this are too lenient? Or do they give people a second chance?
in court, but I am in receipt of a consent to plead by video conference. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and electronically sign it?
Yes.
Did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna have to speak up. Nobody can hear you.
I think it's just what I'm on. But yes, yes. You can hear me?
Yes. Did you review the true bill of indictment? You're saying yes?
Yes, I did.
All right, did you review that with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand you're charged with intentionally or knowingly committing bodily injury against a child, elderly, or disabled person at a state facility?
Yes.
That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be no contact with the complainant, the anger management course, and you're prohibited from practicing as a nurse in the state of Texas. Did you?
The judge carefully walks Walton through her rights, making sure she understands the agreement. But notice how she keeps giving very short, almost careless answers. Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's almost like she doesn't grasp the weight of the situation. The judge even has to remind her to speak louder so the record is clear. That's not just courtroom formality, it's accountability. If you're pleading guilty, the court needs to know you fully understand what's happening.
Understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, it is.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years and there be 120 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
My client is in Chicago. She understands, she should not have slapped this individual. She does accept responsibility for it. She would just like to move on and be able to work and complete her probation without any problems.
All right, so how much training does she have in the field? Is she a licensed nurse or is she a person that somebody hires and says, hey, we need somebody to come in as a caregiver?
She will have to answer that one.
All right, are you a licensed nurse?
No, I'm working towards getting my CNA.
All right, so this is a situation where somebody just hired you.
Walton's attorney tries to soften things, saying she regrets what happened and just wants to move on. But then comes the critical question. Was she a licensed nurse? The shocking answer, no. She was just a caregiver with only a high school diploma, hired to look after people with dementia and Alzheimer's. The judge's frustration boils over. He says what many of us are thinking. Everyone's just hiring random people for minimum wage to care for the most vulnerable in society. And then this happens.
To come in and work in a facility.
I'm a caregiver.
All right, so what's your level of education to be a caregiver?
I finished high school. Completed high school.
All right.
I-
See, this is what I mean. Everybody's just letting everybody be a caregiver. And the problem is that being a caregiver for somebody, I think that's sort of like a calling. You have to have said, you know what, I'm going into that field because you're dealing with people who have dementia, Alzheimer's, people who can't take care of themselves, people who need somebody to bathe them. The patient gets upset because they're not doing what they're allowed to do anymore. They can't communicate because they have dementia and Alzheimer's. Then everybody and their mothers just hiring random people, paying them minimum wage or less than. And then we end up here with somebody slapping somebody who has dementias and Alzheimer's. So
The courtroom atmosphere shifts. This isn't just about Walton anymore. It's about the entire system. The judge openly criticizes the care facility for hiring untrained workers to handle patients who need compassion, patience, and real skill. What do you think? Should facilities face punishment too when they put unqualified workers in charge of vulnerable patients?
I know y'all say she's prohibited from practicing as a nurse in the state of Texas. Okay, but she's not a nurse. She's not licensed to be a nurse. This is just somebody that somebody just hired off the street and said, hey, you have a high school diploma. You want to receive minimum wage to take care of people that nobody else maybe wants to take care of. And this is where we end up. And what was the name of this facility? Let me see. Chapters Living of San Antonio. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Does anybody want to speak to length of probation? The state is asking for 3 years. All right, court is going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine. There is to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider.
The facility is named Chapters Living of San Antonio. The judge lays out his ruling: 5 years of deferred adjudication, a $1,500 fine, 120 hours of community service, no working with minors, no working with disabled individuals, no health care, employment, and mandatory anger management. It's a strict sentence, but also one designed to prevent her from ever holding such a position again.
Provider, no employment with working with minors, no employment with working with people who are disabled. There's to be no practicing as a nurse in Texas or anywhere else. So I'm just going to say no practicing as a nurse. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs. 120 hours of community service restitution. The $1,500 fine will be probated. There's to be anger management. I'm ordering anger management because you all agreed to it, but it just appears that you were a person who should never have been working with someone in any type of facility or young children or people who have mental health issues. That's just not a field for you. They're elderly. They need somebody to be kind and patient with them.
Never have been working in that
you should
field
work
at
in
all.
those positions.
He
Do you
warns her
understand?
not to take positions requiring
Or anywhere
patience
else.
or
So I'm just going to
compassion,
say no
because her
practicing as a
actions
nurse.
showed she wasn't suited for that responsibility.
There's to be regular reporting by
in a rare
Zoom
moment,
or in
the
person.
judge shares the blame.
There's to be regular random
He faults
UAs.
the company that hired her just as much as her. That's the bigger issue here.
120 hours of
broken
community.
system
Good
where
luck to
vulnerable
you.
people
Don't take
suffer
any more
because
of these
poor hiring
positions
standards.
that
So what can
requires
we
you to
learn from
have
this case?
patience
Respect the court.
and that requires
Even
you
on
to
Zoom,
be with
professionalism
someone who
matters.
has dementia,
Caregiving is not just a
Alzheimer's, but
job.
it just appears that
It's a
you were a
calling,
person who should never
requiring
have been
training and
working
patience.
with someone in any type of
Institutions share
facility or young
responsibility.
children
Not just
or
the
people who have
individuals.
mental
They
health
hire.
issues.
The
That's just not a
judge's
field
decision
for
didn't
you.
just punish Walton.
Service
It sent a message
restitution.
to facilities cutting corners with
The
vulnerable
$1,500
lives.
fine will
What
be
do you think of the judge's
probated.
ruling?
There's
Was
to
it
be
fair,
anger
too
management.
harsh, or
I'm
not
ordering
enough?
anger management
Drop your
because you
thoughts in
all
the
agreed to
comments.
it. Employment
I'd
with
love to hear
working
your
with people who are
perspective.
disabled.
And if you found this
There's
courtroom
to
breakdown
be
insightful,
no
don't forget to like
practicing
this video, share it with a
as
friend,
a
and
nurse
subscribe for more real
in
courtroom drama and
Texas
analysis.